Welcome back, guys. This is the Buzz Police. You have the right to remain silent because whatever you say or do is going to be picked apart. I assure you. So pop culture is our fortress as we roll the carpet, talk about celebrities. Do not forget to follow us on all social media platforms and subscribe and, like and comment and share on other platforms. It helps us. A little click from you helps us to go a long way. So for you to find us on every other social media platform, you search Buzz Police, BUZZPOLICE, and I'm your host, Ariase. You can find me on EROYALS. On today's episodes, the first person we're going to be talking about is Cardi B. So moving on, you guys know that Cardi B announced her album, I Am the Drama. Am I the drama? I am the drama. Am I the drama? And it's been uphill. It's been conversations left, right, center. So people went on to talk about how she added songs like Up and WAP. You guys know those songs to the album already. So the album already has sold multiple and stuff. And then the new song is already added to it outside. And there have been conversations, and the thing that pisses me off is Nicki Minaj fans are there. Like, you people want to distract or do whatever you want to do, it will not work. It will not work. And people are talking about, play fair. When Nicki Minaj did it. Nicki Minaj has had the activities of adding multiple songs. Like, are we going to talk about what she did when PF2 came out? When she was dropping new songs and trying to add it, Billboard had to check her and say no. And that's why I was a little bit angry, because later on Taylor Swift was doing things like that. It was counting. I don't know why they didn't count for her. But either way, she did that. So she's known to add. She was releasing new songs and they want to add it to the old album. She will release new song, want to add it to, like, I feel like she planned that, because I heard her on radio station here. She was talking about she was going to drop multiple songs. So she was going to drop like more, probably 10 other singles and then going to add it so as it passed the sales. And it doesn't work that way. So you are angry for something that you've been doing. Is it not Barbz that we have seen that will go and buy multiple versions of Nicki Minaj's album? Barbz and Taylor Swift fans, they will go and buy multiple versions of their favorite albums, and then those albums would sell 1 million, 2 million, and people will be like, this album has sold well. Meanwhile, it's just like 50 people or 15,000 people that went and were buying 20 copies. And now people are so angry. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. And let me just tell you that if I was one, I would not play fair. Like, she even added small, because everybody's doing it now. Like, sometimes I am angry at Beyonce and I'm angry at other artists when they don't add those songs and leave their songs just bare. Beyonce does not matter. She does not care. As long as she's releasing an album, she will only release songs that are in the album. And even if she has a very successful single with a feature and somewhere, she does not add it. It just goes like that. She does not mind. She does not care. While other artists are busy adding songs so that they can have streams and they will continue to chart and do all this stuff. And she's not doing that. I am pissed off. So Cardi B, if I was Cardi B, I would add Please Me with Bruno Mars. I would add Money. I will add multiple songs to that list. All the songs that I release over time, it will be there. And then I will now add maybe 10 or 15 new songs. And that will be it. And I will see whether I will chart forever. You want to play. That's the thing people are afraid of. Those numbers that will come out and say this album has sold this, second album did this, second album did that. That's a number. That's those things people are afraid of. That's why they're attacking her and doing all those stuff. And the fact is that you people have been coming about corporate giants and stuff like that. Is Cardi B a corporate giant? Yeah, no. Because they are on a different record. But in fact, let me just talk about the fact that Nicki Minaj keeps talking about this corporate giant, and she has been attacking Roc Nation once again, talking about corporate giants. Let me tell you, there is no corporate giant affecting Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj needs to be in a hospital real quick. That is what we need her to be. Go and see a psychologist to help you. And your fans are not helping. The fans, the Barbz, they are also one of the most demented set of human beings that we've had. They're not telling the truth about certain things. That this should be the case with Nicki Minaj. This should be the case with the Barbz. This should be the case with whatever. They just come out and support whatever she says. Nobody is correcting her. Anybody that tries to correct her gets blocked. And the funny thing is that she's running this stuff as if she's one of these stamp pages. She'll be like, I blocked this person, so all of you go and block him. Go and unfollow him. I'm like, every time she's always talking about they are playing checkers, she's playing chess. Yet you are the one that always complains about always losing, how they are always ganging up and doing things against you and everything. There is no one person that can come and tell me what they have done against Nicki. Tidal, Roc Nation, I want to know what they did against you. You went and signed a contract to do certain things, and on your own part, you did not keep up to your own end of your bargain. When the company sold, you wanted them to now bring that revenue and give it to you when you did not complete your own side of the contract. It does not work now. So you are angry. You're angry at yourself. You should be angry at yourself for the bad business deals that you've been making. All the people that you're calling your ups and green snakes and green grass. Like, you cannot be saying you are playing chess and checkers and they are playing you're playing chess and they are playing checkers. And every single time we are hearing one person that is doing something to you, maybe you are very bad at the game. When are you going to get good? When are you finally that chess that you have been playing? When will you start working out? Talking about your never lie. People say Nicki Minaj never lied. They must be doing something behind the scenes to her. And they said, oh, Nicki Minaj talked about happy marriages, and then Beyonce and Jayz went to perform on Stade de France. Like, bro, like, shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up. That it does not even make sense. Because if anybody wants to talk about marriages, it shouldn't be Nicki Minaj. Because I definitely know that she's not happy in her marriage with a husband that has to go and take a mugshot every single year. I don't think she's happy in her marriage. I mean, she made a choice, but I'm very sure she's not happy that people clown her easily because she married a registered sex offender. So she, of all people, should not even be one to talk about happy marriages or whatever. All the people you are complaining you're just sitting down there being bitter. Instead of you to blame Young Money and whatever they've done to you to find a way for you to get yourself out and everything, you are there blaming everybody. You are trying to be entitled to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's platform, the NFL, they signed up to him. He's responsible for that. That's his platform. He has a right to give anybody his platform. And you are angry that he didn't give it to you and your sample because of his in talks with you. Like, how many people have been in talks with you and didn't fall through? Talking about he was in New Orleans. What the hell is that? On my own company, on my own platform, I have a contract. You will now come and be angry that I didn't give you the contract when I want to give it to somebody else. Like, it was one of the most absurd conversations we ever had. And if that's your reason why you're angry, that's your business. That's a foolish business that you are even bringing up to the timeline. Like, since 2023, Nicki Minaj has been talking. I'll be like, what is this thing that you have? Or is it a McMill issue? Like, we can talk about the McMill issue. Is it the fact that you wanted to bring out a documentary and you wanted to talk about the alleged domestic abuse? We know that both of you were, you said it in your song, Pink Friday. Like, Nicki Minaj, we were your fans. We know that. And we listened to your music and you said it on Pink Friday, on Pink Print, sorry, of how you guys were fighting, stabbed yourself, did all those things. You did the man too. And okay, let's assume you want to talk, maybe he did more things and stuff. And Roc Nation said, no, McMill is my client. You're not going to release any damning thing against him. And now you are angry. They are stopping you from releasing the documentary. Can't you get a lawyer? I would like for you to do that. I would like for you to get a lawyer, go in there, sign, get them to, look for how you guys are going to go through with it and get you your documentary released. And if no platform wants to take it, release it on YouTube. Get your fans to subscribe. Let them subscribe and you get paid. Let them subscribe. Get a paywall. Get it on Patreon. Do something. Take out that portion. Take out the portion. Use words. Get your lawyer so that people can arrange a way of how to go around it and release it, so that once you are done with that, you cannot tell me you're playing chess and you are allowing them to be, doing all this stuff. Every time I'm hearing one story of things people done against you and it's just tiring. Get your lawyers in the booth. Let them work hard for you and get these things done and release the documentary so that we can have peace. It's almost like everybody now blames Jay-Z and Beyonce for everything that happens in the industry. Like, bruh, the other artists that are being successful, who are they to blame for being successful? Like, if Jay-Z and Beyonce are only blocking everybody, then what happens to the people that are being successful? Like, you want to tell me their powers don't reach? Like, it's so funny that Nicki Minaj comes out to talk about Jay-Z and Roc Nation. They are blocking her fans, talking about they are stopping her fans from pushing her music. They are making sure they limit they are rich. The funny thing, the one that was very funny, but it's not funny, was she saying that they stopped the like so that they will not, her fans will not see what she's liking. I was like, Nicki, you sound crazy. That's crazy. The likes that they have removed for more than a year. Now they did it because of you dropped a song. Are you okay? Like, what is happening? That's Roc Nation that did it, and I saw them putting a link between Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z, and saying, you know, Jay-Z is friends with Jack Dorsey, and Jack Dorsey owned Twitter, now he has sold it to this other person and whatever, and because of that they have all this information, they were getting their information and so on. Like, you people are crazy. Like, you literally sign, when you are signing on most of these social media platforms, you put in your personal information, and when you do that, they will tell you they can track your IP address. So your IP address on your laptop literally was bought with your name and your address and all those things. So when they track it, they get to know where you are, they get to know who bought those laptops and those things. It's as easy as ABC. And you guys signed it, it's very legal. So them getting your information for whatever, are they getting their information to talk show? I mean, they're not like you guys that go around, whoever does not agree with Nicki Minaj, you guys will leak their information and go to their house and try to beat them, or go to their workplace and try to fight them. So what is it? You guys don't like what you guys like doing to other people to be done to you, Abby. So it's not a good thing, right? Come on. That was absurd. And I one question I want to ask, and I saw the question that, you know, Charlemagne the God asked, and that was one of the most legit questions anybody have asked. If Jay-Z and Beyonce were so powerful to control all these things and control people from saying things, last year when the She Knows whole shenanigans was going viral and people were talking about Beyonce was the one that murdered Tupac, was the one that murdered Biggie, she was the one that controlled this in the industry and everything, why did Beyonce take that stuff down? Why didn't she have the power to control it and say, no, thou shalt not talk about me in negative light, and it goes off? When Jaguar Wright has been talking crazy about Beyonce and Jay-Z, why didn't she have the power to stop it? When Jaguar Wright was talking about Jay-Z, when that news came out with Barbz, the fake lawyer, came out talking about, oh, Jay-Z was a pedophile and had a relationship with a 13-year-old girl at a DD party, that he was never there, he was never in the city, there was never a house like that and everything, and the story came out to be a lie, and now the lawyer is in court. Instead of Jay-Z now to be fighting in court, the lawyer is not defending himself because of that was a lie. He brought a blatant lie to go against it, and you had all those people that were calling themselves witchcraft, what do they call themselves? The funny thing is that they would sit all day calling Beyonce a witch and whatever, but they'll be listening to people that claim to be seers. They'll be listening to people that call themselves seers, people that call themselves psychic and stuff like that. What do you think a psychic is? A witch? They'll be listening to them. The people will tell them, oh, Jay-Z's time is now. It's going to be September and October. They started pushing, it's going to be September of November. It's 1 year now. It's almost 1 year. It has not happened. So it's so funny how Beyonce is the witch, yet the people that they've been listening to are confirmed witches. Like, you guys saw that video of that woman, the pastor woman that came and said, you people are going to that woman's store, that's a gate. A COVID or whatever, that woman has said that. That woman has been confirmed to be a witch. So you people are actually listening to witches, and then you are listening to their opinions to call Beyonce a witch, but there is no evidence anywhere that Beyonce has ever used witchcraft on anybody. I'm not saying she is the most upright person or whatever, but you people are always coming after this family. If Jay-Z can control the media, would he not use that to go against people that have been insulting? They insulted the hell out of Blue Ivy since she was a child till now. Recently, people were calling his children autistic, that they had autism, that they were imbeciles. Why did Jay-Z come out and use the media and be like, yes, I'm stopping everybody? Like, you would think that if he is powerful, that is one of the least things he could do. Why can't he stop the media from talking negative about him and his wife? I would expect that should be the first thing that I would do if I have that much power. But somehow he can't do that for himself, but he's stopping everybody's bags. He's stopping everybody's. It's so absurd. And then look at the fans. These are people that are grown up, 40-year-old men, 40-year-old women, believing Nicki. When people should tell her to go and do tests, talking about they send people to go and swat her house. Do you think people want to live close to a registered sex offender You people are acting like you do not know the microaggressions that white people can have. That those people that are swatting the houses could be her neighbors. Was the last time did she try to say that it was a neighbor that called? So how is people swatting the house having to do with with Jay-Z? I remember it's the same thing that happened after Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright went on talking so many things about Jay-Z, and then one of her trucks got repoed. She could not pay, and people went and were tracking and say Jay-Z was close to this company and this company. So they said Jay-Z owned the company or was close to the company, so he was able to use that one and report it. Like, I'm sorry to say, but if I was Jay-Z and I owned that company, there would be more than a repo. I would take the car. I would make sure she does not have access to even borrow again. People are crazy that you think that you come here and lie on people every single time and talk crazy on people, and it's like that's the constant thing now. Oh, Jay-Z, Roc Nation, you people do all this stuff. Please, I'm sick and tired of it. Now, on the next topic, on a lighter note, Megan Thee Stallion had on a lighter note, Megan Thee Stallion was she got a I don't know. You guys seen that promo for Megan, right? The movie Megan, right? So Megan Thee Stallion got a promo for it, which I'm just saying, which is very interesting. And one thing I love about Megan is that she would always work. Megan, no matter what, whether she's releasing music or she's not releasing music, she's always work. And I love the fact that she loves anime and horror and all this stuff. I love horror very much, so I like how she influences and she pulls herself into it and does all those kind of things. You know, the other person that had this kind of work ethic that was doing all these things was Sweetie. They are the only ones that be working and being in all these things everywhere. Like, Megan is working and everything, and so shout out to her for that stuff. Megan was a successful movie the first round. I don't know this round what it's giving, but definitely people go see it. But my issue is that I'm seeing multiple people have a lot of things to say about this situation. Like, one guy was saying, one guy was like, get this thing out of my face, I'm not going to watch the movie anymore and stuff like that. I'm like, you are probably a 40-year-old man. You're probably a 30-year-old man, and you wanted to go and watch a film about a doll that was fighting a female doll. The way you guys usually hate femme fatales. Whenever there's a woman that is like the boss and fighting and stuff, you see men, oh, I don't want to see it. You guys always like acting hard. At least I'm talking to Tory's fans, you know. So you wanted to go and see a film about a female doll that was fighting, that was the lead fighting. You wanted to go see it. So Megan is the one that's making you not to see it. Did you have plans to go and see it in the first place? Or you guys just want to be fake mad? You know, so many people are like, what is this? And everything. And then you had all that positive stuff with other people saying things. But you have, and then the funny thing that was so funny to me, you have Nicki Minaj fans also finding themselves here. I'm like, what is this people? The girl, you will not even allow her. Like, what has been the new issue? Now, what's the new issue that, what has Meg done? I mean, they're here talking about, oh, you guys are failed. You're trying to like create. You're trying to create. I'm not looking at it. It's not on it. So they're talking about they're trying to create an iconic doll movie like the Chucky movie, and I'm like, really, really. Like, there have been so many movies after Chucky, Annabelle. Like, we've had so many doll movies after Chucky, and they were very successful. It's if they wanted to go that route, they would have done that route. The Conjuring has it. The Nun had it. They could have gone that route. Okay, if they wanted to do that, but they didn't do that. They are going with something else, and you guys are bringing yourself into something that has nothing to do with you. Did you want to watch a movie or not? Please go and watch a movie if you want to watch a movie. If you don't want to watch a movie, then don't come here and be disturbing our ears. So that's that on that one. And then another person, I think one of the interesting comments was, I'm trying to remember, the person said this is the reason why Chucky ended. The person said this is the reason why Chucky ended, because they decided to do more of celebrity promotions and stuff. And I'm like, well, every franchise ends. Do you think Chucky is a soap opera that's going to be going up for years? Every franchise ends. Have you thought about it? Maybe the people just end the movie. Like, what are you talking about? Like, every franchise, it needs to end. It didn't have to do with the celebrity promotion. Some celebrity promotion helps. Sometimes it kills the movie depending on political alignments and stuff like that and whatever. But at the end of the day, this is just a certain franchise. This is the second movie in the installment. And if they want to use celebrity in promotions and they feel like it works for them, then let them use it. And if the movie ends maybe 1 or 2 parts, some movies only get to do 2 parts, some movie gets 3, 4 parts, and that's the end. So if that's the only thing that it's going to do, then let it do it and let it be the end. Like, you don't have to have issue with every single thing. Like, yeah, come on, have some breather, okay? Omaha Lay. Those of you that do not know Omaha Lay, he's a very talented artist from Nigeria. He's a crooner behind With You, Bad Habits, Godly, and so many hits out there. His albums are incredible, so you guys go and check it. And again, so add some bravado, he's from my state, so whatever, I'm sure that. So what I want to talk about today is not about the music, it's not about any other thing. You guys can go and support him, but I want to talk about the interview that he did with the Daily Post. I'm looking at it right now, and honestly, I would have liked, on my normal day, I will just go into and research and know what he said, because I know that these media platforms, they be doing clickbaits and stuff like that, but you know that we have to get into the... So one of the first things that I saw, and it raised my eyebrows, he said in the interview that 10 million pounds or dollars right now will heal me for at least a month. And my head was just going, I was just making calculations. Omaha Lay, you sure say you know what they talk? You sure? Because with $10 million, that is literally 16 billion naira. And in pounds, it's 20 billion naira. So this is our budget for certain things in our key industry, right? Now this boy, they say, Ego healer. The first thing that came to my mind was like, Omaha Lay, you get any terminal illness? We need to tell us, So what thing they happen where they want to spend 10 million in a month? Do you know what $10 million can do for you? $10 million can get you to live in the same neighborhood as Tom Cruise and Oprah Winfrey. Now Omaha Lay, they tell us saying go finish them in 1 month, because now waiting me, my mind tell me, say waiting they talk. You will finish that month in 1 month, child, with a life for this country. This is a problem that I have with Nigeria and numbers. They just call numbers anyhow they like. That is why we have people in Senate. They want to approve 200 and something million for one street light. It's things like this, numbers. You say Nigeria will go to Temo after they put indication, they have put description, oh, this is 50 kg, this is 50 kilometer, this one is 20 meter, that a centimeter. You people don't even know what those things are. You go and buy and then you start complaining after they explain to you. Come on, it's a numbers problem. We always have a numbers problem in this country, and that is my issue, because this guy is just calling 10 million. Maybe he didn't say, maybe 10 million, or if it be 10 million naira, if it's a 10 million naira, I feel understand, because you go say, okay, bodyguard, feeding, family, all those things, but you say $10 million. Omaha Lay, how much way you don't make? You can't tell us now, because we've now your stream, so they say you never make that kind of money. Maybe, how much you don't make from your tour? You never even gross $10 million for your tour, and that is money that mostly goes to artists. Better income, they go from there to artists. So how much you don't make? Like, well, we cannot even say, because maybe royalties from Instagram, Facebook, all these social media platforms, maybe the thing don't get around small for you, but still $10 million, for you to talk that you say $10 million in a month, that means you want them to say you they make $120 million in a year. We have been life for this country. We have a numbers problem that I feel like we have to solve. Maybe that time they told us making an enter inside maths class, they agree on they raw now you don't reach now the thing they beat on that for adults run now. Just call numbers, they think like the people I talk to now Lodo. Hi. A whole $10 million, 16 billion naira. You say you go finish it in 1 month. Hi. Like, do you know how many luxury cars where you go buy with that amount? Do you know how many houses, how many buildings, all those houses where they complain about when they expose for Lagos, where I always tell them, say, this will be like, I don't read, they use all these houses, they won't wash money, when I go to deceive us, they tell us, say, this house, how many billion. Even if you convert them to dollars, it all still, you don't reach all those houses where they always complain about. I'm always talking about how those houses is, how many million naira, 5 million, then they talk, say, this house, now 1 billion, 10 billion, you convert them, you don't reach now. It don't reach the 10 million. So for him to even say all those things, it don't reach, but you have Nigerians constantly talking about all this stuff. Like those houses, like I said, in Lagos, when you look at them, they don't reach. They don't reach. You were talking about houses, you're saying this one at 1 billion, this thing billion, 500 million naira house. When you convert it into millions, it don't reach now. So what thing you they use money do that you are telling me that $10 million you will finish your thing, you will heal you? What would he heal you? Like I said, if it's an advance to record label, maybe record label gave you the money and you are looking for a way to pay because of you don't like the fact that you are owing, and you have this constant, when you owe money, sometimes there's this constant feeling of like, I have to do whatever I can to pay this money, I have to find a way to pay this money and stuff like that. So maybe that's where that issue is coming from. But say $10 million, Kai. Okay, so that's my own opinion, Sha, but whatever the case may be. Now, going on that, like, that's my own opinion, so let's just leave it at that. Another topic I want to talk about is the popular Nigerian rapper Odumodu Black said, "No Nigerian hip hop song is more impactful than my song Declan Rice." He said no, he didn't say in the past couple of years, because I wanted to give him the benefit of doubt. I said maybe in a couple of years. Declan Rice, reach, like, how can we talk about no hip hop song? No, the last year we pulled and what's my name? Buju just had I be Opaye. I like the way I'm feeling now. Is that not a hip hop song? I be we dey forget. I be want to talk about Oleku. Oleku. Tell me something like, you want to tell me that we don't, all those songs were not exist? I be all about Stay Hello to the Man of the Year. Or when Olamide and Fino came together, you put all this. So I don't want to sing. I don't want anybody to come this in there. I don't want person. I don't want to say it. Those songs when they came together, I can list several songs. Oliku, Man of the Year, Alabama. Like, even we can bring Jessie J, we can bring a lot of hip hop songs in Nigeria. You please go ready. There are so many hip hop songs that we can bring a Rugged Man that, like, I don't even want to even talk about it, because I feel like this was clickbait. So let's just be honest. And they talk about, okay, some people are talking about, okay, sales, and then talking about cultural impact. A lot of these songs had more sales and cultural impact. In fact, let me not even say sales, because a lot of times Nigerian music were not actually selling like the way they should, the sales of those songs. But in terms of cultural impact, like, let's not even go there. Alabama beats Oleku was everywhere. Like your song, Nourish now, Declan Rice. I know up to tomorrow, Seth, I don't know how to sing the song. So now on to another topic right now that we have to check in for. I was keeping it for. Well, number one is, somebody was online talking about baby mama. I just wanted to add that a little bit in there, and I just wanted to address it. And the thing is, she went there, like, so there was a situation going on between a guy and a woman, a single mother, and they were talking about how she brought the guy and then he had sex with somebody and then broke the chair and stuff like that. I didn't go into those things. I just saw it and I was always skipping. So they said, one of these users came out and said, so women get married and have kids and their husbands die and they become single moms. How exactly do you avoid this? This stigma against single moms is one of the most preposterous things I've ever seen. And somebody came on before me to correct her and say, why do people keep doing this? There's a name for that, widows. Of course, it's widows. You want to, because of all these things, and try to put it there. The stigma behind single mothers and baby mamas are different. So let me explain it. Some of you like to turn things upside down, just like how many people now in LGBTQ are telling us to say they are they, them, when we have been they, them. They have been like words that you use for plural of people, and stuff like that. Now it's like you want to change what the meaning of stuff is. If you don't know what the meaning of a word is, go and check the dictionary. I'm very sure you'll be able to see the meaning of the word. And she came back, she wanted to step on it. She said, Angela, the term baby mama is a slang, an informal term for single mom pertaining to a woman who was never married but has a child. Widows can also be single moms, especially in cases where the widow has kids. Single mom is a term for any woman who parents alone. Chai, this this person, it's just, when people want to just turn story upside down, this is the situation that comes in. Baby mama is simply, you can be a baby mama when you are dating somebody, or you just have one night stand with somebody and you get it. So you get a child from this thing, and the man is like, oh, I'm in a relationship, I can't get in a relationship with you, but I'm going to take care of the child. And so what happens is that you keep the child, and the father is sending money, pocket money. The father is sending upkeep for the child. Or if man agrees that you would take care of the child on certain days, I will take care of the child on certain days, that is baby mama. So you guys are not married and he's doing that. That is a baby mama. A baby mama does not parent the child alone. There has never been a way where anybody is called a baby mama and is parenting the child alone. Yes, of course, the father, of course, we know men can be absent, but there has never been a time where a baby mama, okay, men can be absent, but there has never been a time where a baby mama was parenting alone. We all know that. Now, single mother, people can be single mothers by several ways. Number one, getting raped. Women that usually get, like I say usually, women that get, they end up becoming single mother because they don't know who the father is, and if they keep the child, they are single mothers. Women that maybe were in a relationship and the man refused to marry them any longer, that is a single mother. A woman that, the father left all of a sudden, maybe she was in a relationship and the man just woke up and left one day, she didn't know where he went, that's it, she'll be a single mother. A woman that her pregnancy got rejected but she decided to keep the child and raise the child, that is a single mother. The father is most times nowhere to be found and is absent even if the person is not dead. Now, the person can also die. Now, they were dating, they could be dating and something happens and the person, goes to the afterlife. What happens is that the woman is now a single mother, a single mom. A widow is totally different. A widow is simply a woman that was married and the husband went to the afterlife. That is simply that. A widow is not a single mom. Yes, you can say, oh, they are single moms, but with the term that's used, don't come and turn it. A widow is not a single mom. She is a widow. That is the term for people that were married. You, if you were never married, if your child came out of wedlock, that is what they call you, is a single mom, because they cannot call you a widow because you were never married. That is the term they give you. So they differentiate it just like how they differentiate Mrs. and Miss, just to differentiate what the status of this different stuff. That is how it is. So don't come and turn it around because of you are trying to make things like that. And this is the issue I had with somebody a couple of days ago. I'm like, nowadays we talk about people, they are saying they don't have shame, they are lack of shame or stuff like that. But every single time you will see women, you see different people doing whorish things, doing a lot of things, but they don't want people to get caught stuff. Like there was a situation that happened and the man was like calling the ex-wife a prostitute because while they were married, she actually had an affair. Now she had an affair and they broke up. Now he's not the best of character, like he's not the best. He can even say he's working hard to get better, but he's not even the best of persons, right? Now this guy actually found out and then they divorced, right? Now as the days are going, he kind of found out that the one he found out was just one. It was multiple times, like she had cheated multiple times in the marriage, and the man is calling her a prostitute. And somebody came out and was talking about, oh, he lost me at calling her a prostitute. Why is he going to call a woman a whore? And I'm like, what is he supposed to call a woman that was married yet having multiple affairs outside her marriage? What do you call that? Like, you people, you want to be doing sacrosanct and doing all those things. You people think you are Socrates. You want to be able to live like the beast of no nation. And then when they call you that, you don't want to answer it. If it works like a dog, then it's a dog. Okay? Let's be honest. You guys go around and you give names. Some of you are perpetuating things. You will learn a new word and then you start to tag everybody words and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden you are behaving in certain ways and you don't want people to call you that way. Let me tell you, it's very simple. Like me, I don't want to be called a fraudster. I don't want to be attached with fraud. So what happens is that whenever I see something that is relating to fraud, anything I see anything that is very, very suspicious, I remove myself because I don't want person to come my house, call my company, come arrest me, carry they come out. No, I don't want that. So because of that, I avoid those things. If I actually partake in it and I do it and I get arrested or I get caught, or even if I don't get caught or somebody finds out and know and they call me a fraud, that's because of That's who I am. You people are just here. You claim to not have shame. You claim that you don't have shame, yet you the shame say that they call you wetin you dey do. Why you people so ashamed? Why you people trying to solve the word? It's something like this that you want to do. You people know, a lot of you, let's be honest, apart from cases of rape and few other cases that you can talk about that are so unfortunate, some people have these pregnancies from promiscuity. And now I'm not going to say it's only the woman, the man also, but it's promiscuity. A lot of the times you having unprotected sex with people that are not your boyfriends, or being in a relationship with, or some of you are not even promised to marry, and then you be having unprotected sex. What do you think you were expecting? Now you don't want to be called single mom. You want to like turn it and say the stigma. My dear, the stigma will be there. It will not change. It will not change, because men are also seeing shaggy in the hands of single moms. There are a lot of single moms that want to attach themselves to men just so that they would have somebody to take care of them and their child. They don't love the man, nothing. They most times will turn the children against the man. It's there. We have seen it multiple times. And so it will not change. You will have to change the stigma by yourself. It's you that created it. It will happen. Now, I understand that, of course, there are men out there that are responsible for these things and they don't get the backlash and everything. But please, don't turn the men towards us. That's why we speak about when a man has been out of a child's life for years and the child now wants to grow or have big feats happening, and then people want to say, now your father. I'm always against it, and I will stand 10 toes. I don't care if the child decides that he wants to forgive his father and go back, then that's on the child. But I will never, as a person, come and tell you and deceive you. Like, you saw those walk-ins that people used to do, that they will go and tell the child, say that your father, just forgive him, and all those things. It will never be me. You will not see it from me. And I will say it, so let you know that I'm standing there for what I believe in. You don't be a single man, don't go and have unprotected sex and it happen. And if it comes, and like I said, if I let me know if we go for that, I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, I wanted to say, coming about pregnancy, you guys know that my girl Jessie J just had a child recently, like a couple of years ago. Now, why didn't nobody tell me that Jessie J was going for, she had breast cancer. She went to do breast cancer removal surgery. Like, why is nobody talking about this? Jessie J, you guys know Jessie J, the singer of Flashlights, Bills, Price Tag, sorry, I say Bills, Price Tag, Dominoes, and all these other songs, like a dude and stuff like that. She is one of the most talented artists that we have in the industry, vocalists as a whole. And you want to tell me that you guys did not know that she's going through this? And I'm just checking it, and I'm like, why is this not being talked about? What is happening? Okay. So you guys know. So yeah, we're back. I think I'm done for today. I think that's all I'm going to be doing. I have to go and get some rest because I have to go somewhere tomorrow. So don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Like I said, Boss Police and Eriase. And do well to subscribe, do well to like and share if you like this video. So peace.